I'm part of the FitazFK team. I'm here with Giorgio and Macca, and we've got a special guest today, little Kendrick, who's going to join us. So this is obviously an Instagram live video, and we wanted to take some time out today to talk about something that's super important to all of us and share our experiences on this particular topic. You might have seen some of our stories, some of our posts, but we just wanted to talk about mental health and in particular anxiety and, you know, the perception about anxiety and the stigma that it has around it, and kind of talk about our experiences and our personal journeys and how we've, you know, overcome it and what are some of our strategies to do that. So just a bit of background about us. So I'm part of the Fitaz social media team, but I also run my own business, Milk PR. So I run a PR agency catering for fitness, fashion, food clients, which is really, really fun. And I love working with these guys here on a daily basis. I guess my perception on anxiety is, I never thought that I would go through it or that I would ever kind of experience it or have it, I guess you could say. But I think, you know, that's everyone's perception of it. Like, you know, I met Macca and, you know, I got to know him, you know, he's obviously coming to the office every now and then I read his story and I was like, whoa, hang on a minute, I had no idea that you actually went through something like that. So it's something that, you know, we all kind of experience at some point in our lives, but I think what I've kind of taken away from it is, you know, just shifting your perception and shifting your perspective of it. And I'm a big believer in using the power of manifestation to overcome this. And hey, I'm going to put my hand up and say that I was guilty of using anxiety as an excuse to, you know, not get out of bed or to not exercise. I went through a period where, you know, I would wake up every morning at 7:30 in the morning because that was the latest I could possibly sleep in, when, you know, about a year and a bit ago, I would be the first one up, 5 a.m, go to the gym, yeah, feel empowered, go, go, go. But something had kind of changed and, you know, I went through something that had kind of started to cause this until I had a conversation with someone. Giorgio, who's obviously our co-director and founder of FitazFK.
A little bit about me. I've been PTing for the last 15 years, well not 15 years, 12 years. And I taught PTs for the last 6 years. So FitazFK or FitazFK's been around for 3 years now, and we've been, I guess, changing the lives of a lot of people around the world.
I believe anxiety comes from a place in the future. So someone that's always thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next week, next year, what have I done, what do I need to do to get this? And in my head, while we're on that topic, I believe depression comes from a place in the past. Now the one thing that both those things have in common is they're both structured around you. So you're always thinking about, okay, am I going to, say if you're thinking of a relationship in the future, is this person going to want to be with me in the future? Am I going to experience this? Is this person going to be around, and how am I going to deal with it?
And this is Macca and Kendrick.
My little man. So I've been in the fitness industry for 6 years now, PTing and manage Anytime Fitness West End. Recently I just shared a little bit of a story about, I guess, my life and the stuff that I went through, and the guys here asked me to come on board today and have a chat and put together a bit of an action plan and help everyone else out. I guess my anxiety and stuff like that came from when I was really young, parent separation, then to like body image and stuff like that. I didn't used to look like this, so I was a little chubby.
You look alright.
I'm doing alright. And then just from past relationships and stuff like that as well, didn't really help.
Actually, let's chuck in a couple of disclaimers. None of us are trying to claim that we're doctors or psychologists or psychiatrists or even counsellors. We're everyday people. We've all dealt with elements of anxiety. We've been anxious in the past, in I guess the very past, and the not so far past. We've dealt with people that have had anxiety. We've given them a little bit of, I guess, direction and structure around it. And today is all about what we do and how we communicate with people and help people to overcome that.
Thank you so much to everyone that does follow us and who sent us all their DMs and comments and is part of this community. So we just kind of wanted to give back a little bit more. that's a very big one, and I'm so guilty of it personally with myself and other people by not wanting to let other people down and not wanting to let myself down, like putting so much pressure on myself. Oh my God, you've got to get up and do and exercise this morning. If you didn't, then you're a shit person, and all these thoughts start running through your head. Again, it goes back to learning to rest and learning, to accept that it's okay that, okay, maybe today you might not go to the gym, but maybe you might go do something else instead that's a little bit more positive. I think by not being so hard on yourself and by, trying to accept it a little bit more, you take that pressure off.
I think my biggest thing was either with training or in life, if you succeed, reward yourself. But at the same time, if you don't quite make that mark or you don't hit that goal that week, then there does have to be a little consequence.
Yeah.
Or either it be, you don't get that new pair of shoes, or you don't go for that meal out on the weekend or something like that. There still has to be something little to sort of...
And it keeps you motivated and accountable to actually achieve your goal. And I think, if you wake up in the morning and you haven't done your day 8 of Fitaz, totally fine, girl. Go for a walk that afternoon or do something else that's a little bit more productive. Like, it's okay to not stick to it 110%.
And I guess we've all said that exercising in the morning really, really helps us. That's not the easiest thing to do. That's not easy to wake up early. It's not easy to get your bum to the gym. It's not easy to actually get through a workout. It doesn't have to be a really, really hard workout. It doesn't have to be crazily intense. You're going to get there one day. But tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to go, okay, I haven't trained for the last 6 months. I'm going to go to the gym in the morning and pass that massive workout. I'm going to go to the gym in the morning and just do a 15-minute walk.
Again, it takes time. It takes time to get your body back into that. And I think I'm very guilty of it too. Like, I remember we were going to go to the gym one morning and I was so close to not going until you sent me a text. You're like, Wendy, reshift your day. Let's go. We can do this. Just by thinking about how is this going to make me feel after, I got up, put on my underwear and went. And it was so fucking great. I think the benefits of having these positive people around you is when you feel like you have that lack of clarity and that fogginess over you, they help you clear that out and they help you, take that wool off your eyes and actually see things a little bit differently, and it's that kind of reassurance, I guess.
There's people who aren't motivating you or are negative towards not necessarily you or what you're doing, but I think you need to make an effort to go out and be around more positive people. I come for a walk here and sit in the office with these guys and I leave and I'm just like
buzzing.
I'm buzzing. I feel awesome. It's just little things like that make it may be hard at times, but go out and be around those sort of people and no doubt you'll leave and you'll get home and you'll be like, wow, I feel fucking awesome.
And hey, if you've got those negative people in your life, maybe it's time to cut them off or cut them out, I guess if push comes to shove, they're not there.
Yeah, I guess with the negative people, my mindset's a little bit different. I do have some people that are negative in my life that there's no way in the world that I can ever get rid of them. No matter what I do, no matter what, I actually don't physically want to get rid of them. But my expectations from them are not. Do you know what I mean? So I'm never hurt by them. What they say to me is, cool, you can keep talking, but I'm really not going to take any of that in. And I've preset that in my head. I'm still going to love them the same. I'm still going to want to be around them. But I don't have any expectation from them, so I never feel like it's let down, which then increases, anxiety levels. So Okay, so straight up, obviously, when you train, your outcome is you want to look good. That's just truth. Everybody has a sense of, hey, I'm training because my end result is I want to look like this or like that. But the ones that succeed most and more than the others are the ones that shift that appearance or that visual into physical. So about 5 years ago, I shifted everything into how do I get fitter, how do I get stronger, how do I get faster, and all that then gave me another mental edge because I felt like
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I felt unstoppable. I felt like I can go pick that up, I can sprint over there, I can jump over that, I can do all that. And guess what happens when you do get faster, you do get stronger, you do get fitter? you end up looking better. But what I used to tell a lot of my clients was, we're not looking at the scale today. Stay off that scale. Okay? And that's not for everybody. Sometimes a scale is a good measure for some people. But if you struggle with, hey, I haven't lost weight, or they expect me to look like that, don't judge yourself by what you're looking, and don't judge yourself by what you're hopping on the scale. You know, judge it by, hey, today I can run 3Ks when I started I could only do 1. You know, today I can lift, say, 15 kilos over my head. When I started I could only lift 10. Change to a physical, and set down some physical goals, okay? Like, I want to run 5Ks before, say, the end of the year, or I want to be able to lift 20 kilos over my head. I want to be able to squat 15 kilos, or I want to be able to do 60 sit-to-stands in a minute.
My biggest one that I used to tell all my clients was take a selfie, or have a pair of pants that you didn't fit into, you know, a couple of months ago, but now they're loose around your waist. Like, I was never a big believer of scales or anything like that. I'm more about, you know, take a selfie, or, you know.
Holding that accountability.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. You feel a lot better. I feel like you may jump on the scales and, you know, you'd be 500 grams up or something like that. That is just board weight. Like, it's, you know, like, it's nothing. It's, take a picture, you'll see more definition starting to come out and stuff like that. You'll see a smile on your face because, fuck, I look good. Like, you know, it's...
And saying that is good.
Yeah.
You know, saying, fuck, I look good. You know, acknowledging, hey, I'm looking better than I did before, or hey, I'm feeling stronger, or hey, I'm fucking faster than I was before. Like, say that. You know, you don't need to go get a microphone and say it on the top of it, you know,
Yeah.
But you can say it to the mirror, you can say it to yourself. You can say it to someone that's going to understand you saying that, you know, that's not going to turn around and go, wow, you're arrogant.
Yeah.
I think even just by, I know it's, you know, a very popular saying here, and there's a whole day dedicated to it, but, you know, asking someone if they are okay, and just asking how they actually are, and taking time out to have a conversation with them. Approach it kind of lightly, I guess, in a positive way. Not forceful.
That's too strong.
Too strong, and be like, oh, just snap out of it, or oh, just, you know, it's not like that. You know, again, not everyone's going to understand exactly what it is that you're worrying about or feeling anxious about. I think, you know, if they're your mate, just approach them in, you know,
in a different way.
Different way.
I guess you got to find that happy medium as well. Like, if I've ever felt down, and it's probably written all over my face, someone goes to me, oh, you know, are you okay? You look down. I don't want to hear you look down. You know, I want to hear, like, hey, what's going on? Like, how's your day been? And that might give me an opportunity to open up. Not, hey, you look down. Because when I say you look down, I want to knock you out. I don't want to hear that. You know, and then that makes me that reinforces me feeling down.
As much as you sort of want to talk about it with them, and you listen to what they have to say. And I think this is a big thing that we're trying to get across today, is that once you talk to them and once you have a chat with them, is then to, like, help them with a solution, with an action plan to feel better, or to, you know, to, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, you just want to, you need something in place after that chat to then move forward.
It's all well and good to talk about
have a chat,
it. Yeah.
That's it, big. Like, have a chat real quick, move forward, let's go, let's take on the day.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Sorry we went way over time, but we hope you guys took something out of it, and feel free to send us a message.
Send us a DM.
Follow us on Instagram.
Following us on Instagram.
Or like our individual ones, you know, you can chat to us individually, I mean.
Yeah, don't be afraid to send a message.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we hope we helped you out.
Cool.
Peace.